Economic integration reduces or eliminates trade barriers among nations and coordinates monetary and fiscal policies. The aim is to reduce costs for consumers and producers, as well as to increase trade between the countries participating in the agreement. The more integrated economies become, the fewer trade barriers exist, and the more politically coordinated they are. Countries can agree to different levels of economic integration. A preferential trade agreement is a trading bloc where members reduce or remove tariffs on certain goods imported and exported throughout their region. A free trade area is a bloc in which countries reduce or remove tariffs on all goods among member nations. An example is the North American Free Trade Agreement. In a customs union, member countries reduce or remove tariffs among themselves and impose a common tariff against non-member countries. Countries involved in a common markets bloc freely exchange all goods, services, labor, and capital. An economic union is a common markets bloc among members that also share one trade policy with non-members. And in a monetary union, nations share a single currency such as the euro. The good thing about economic integration is its members pay smaller expenses to trade, which can spur economic growth. But one member of a bloc can bring others down if its economy or growth slows. The more integrated the economies become, the less flexibility the governments of member nations have to make adjustments that would benefit themselves.
Austria, my country, has joined the members of EU or European Union in 1995, and then we also just the member of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD, established in 1961, replacing the Organization of European Economic Cooperation, or OEEC, of 1948 maybe, to promote economic and social welfare amongst its member states and to stimulate and harmonize effort on behalf of developing countries. And then we also joined to member to the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, created in 1949 as a Western European, Canadian, and US military security league, which such regional and collective arrangement we are based continuously self-help and mutual aid as effect its national security. And then we also joined the member of the Council of Europe, formed in 1949 to achieve a greater unity between its members for the purpose of safeguarding and realizing the ideas and principles which are their common heritage and facilitating their economic and social progress. Although the Parliamentary Assembly of the Council of Europe is only entitled to propose action to bring European countries closer together, especially in the European Convention on Human Rights of 1950 has already created obligatory jurisdiction. And then we joined the European Free Trade Association, or EFTA, established in 1960 to reduce custom duties and quantitative restriction between members on industrial products. In free trade agreement which the EC in 1973.
So Poland was a member of GATT since the 1960 and was one of the founding members of WTO. Therefore, our country participated in the negotiation and elaboration of all international agreements produced in this context. And although in some cases their implementation in the country raised some problems of legal interpretation, but Poland had the necessary capacity and resources to do it. Association agreement with EEC was signed by Polish government in December 1991, followed by free trade agreement with EFTA and creation of CEFTA, import tariff policy became more stable. Later, the agreements on the creation of free trade area with the European Union countries were signed. Even before Poland's accession to the EU, the country had become closely integrated with the countries of the region by the establishment of economic relations, which had a direct impact on economic development of Poland, particularly due to the increased trade in goods and resources with the EU countries. Indonesian regional integration enabled the stimulation of investment and integration with the global trade system. In 2004, Poland joined the European Union and its internal market, which contributes to the elimination of the remaining barriers to trade with the EU member states, to the liberalization of the movement of factors of production. Our country's accession to the EU in May 2004 also resulted in a significant change in the trade policy of our country, since according to the Article 133 of Treaty establishing the European Community, the EU Common Commercial Policy is based on uniform principles and belongs to the powers of the community.
Indonesia today is a developed country that enjoys prosperity and stability, as well as a GDP per capita at 83% of the EU 28 average. It was the first new member of the European Union to adopt the euro as a currency in January 2007, and it has been a member of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development since 2000. Indonesia is a founding member of the World Trade Organization, joined JEFTA in 1996, and joined the European Union on 1 May 2004. In June 2000, it joined the Euro Exchange Rate Mechanism. The euro was introduced at the beginning of 2007 and circulated alongside the dollar until 14 January 2007. Slovenia also participated in SECI, as well as in the Central Europe Initiative and Roman Process and the Black Sea Economic Council.